We have a full house of attendees and a great lineup of panelists and presentations on the agenda. Many of you will already know me, but for those that don't yet, a few words by introduction. I joined GS1 UK in 2007, which was the same year we signed our first contract with NHS Connecting for Health, and that contract is now with NHS Digital. My first involvement was to support NHS Trust to implement GS1 standards for pharma and surgical instrument tracking. For the past 7 years, since the publication of the procurement strategy, my focus has been very much on supporting our supplier members with the technical elements of implementing the GS1 standards to meet the NHS requirements and UDI regulations. I've been in post as a full member of the healthcare team approaching a year now, and what a year, and what a team. Over to you, George.
Hi everyone, and thank you for attending the forum. I work alongside Chris in the healthcare team, and my role is working with hospitals in adopting GS1 standards. GS1 standards and scan for safety are being implemented across hospitals throughout the UK. I have worked for GS1 UK now for nearly 4 years and have been fortunate to work with hospital teams and leaders who continue to drive the adoption of GS1 standards in their scan for safety programmes. These leaders and teams continue to demonstrate the benefits of GS1 standards adoption, specifically improving patient safety. Patients are at the core of all that we do, and other benefits include improved operational efficiencies and reduced unwarranted clinical variation. This forum today will provide you with more insight into why GS1 standards are vital for traceability in the clinical setting, as well as the supply chain.
Thanks, George. We now have an exclusive first play of our latest video that puts all of this into perspective. A shout out to all manufacturers and NHS staff that work so hard to get to where we are. As the years tick by, I'm gratified that my care from the NHS using your products will be even safer due to these efforts.
At GS1 UK, we believe traceability in healthcare is everything. To make this possible, standards are vital, allowing the delivery of quality, accuracy, and consistency where it's needed most, meaning products are available in the right place, at the right time, every time. GS1 standards provide transparency and traceability at every step along the supply chain and the patient pathway. Streamlining orders and invoicing, assuring accuracy of deliveries, and making sure clinicians get the equipment they need whenever they need it. For suppliers, it means quicker payments, better demand and supply management, easier, faster, more accurate product recalls if needed, greater regulatory compliance, and the knowledge you're improving patient safety. At GS1, we're raising the standards to power traceability in the clinical setting. With every GTIN scanned and every GLN used, manufacturers are playing an integral role in helping build a safer, more efficient healthcare system for a brighter tomorrow.
I hope you agree that this short video shows the practical applications that are enabled by the adoption of GS1 and PEPOL standards. I'll now hand you over to George, who's going to present the agenda.
Thanks, Chris. We have 5 sessions, and our first session is presented by Mark Songhurst and Danny Cooper at the Leeds Teaching Hospitals NHS Trust. They will be sharing their journey of how GS1 and PEPOL standards have enabled traceability in the clinical setting. Our second session is being presented by Bayodi Adisa from the Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency on medical device regulation and the MHRA Medical Devices Registration System. Our third session is from Mark East. Mark is from Smith & Nephew and will be presenting the supplier perspective and the how and why behind unique device identification. The penultimate session is from Steve Graham and Anna Micklewright, and Steve and Anna will be talking about the PEPOL standard and how GS1 standards alongside PEPOL are used for the purchase to pay process and what this means for operational practice in the NHS. And then our final session is from Geraldine Lisseld-Monet from GS1 Global. Geraldine will be presenting how global standards are a must for unique device identification in the European Union and beyond.
Beware of the GS1 competition law caution. Essentially, there'll be no discussion on prices, no allocation of customers, products, boycotts, refusals to deal, or market share. So any questions that come in around any of that won't be answered on the session, as it's not appropriate.